Hey everybody, it's Hannah. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the TLM Color Changing Foundation. I'm going to show you guys how it works. If it works, is it a bop? Is it a flop? Do we like it? Do we not like it? I'm going to show you guys a shot in natural lighting after it's done. And I'm going to let you guys know how it wears throughout the day. So it's on my face now. So you guys can kind of get some of your own judgment on that one. But basically the idea of this foundation is that it's white. And when it blends to your skin, it just changes to your skin tone. It's supposed to be your perfect match. I talk a little bit more about this in the video itself. So yeah, that is all we're going to be doing in today's video. So if you guys want to watch this, stay tuned. I'm going to jump into it today. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing the TLM Color Changing Foundation. I ordered this off of Amazon. I've seen a lot of people do reviews on this when it first came out, but I've never tried it and I really wanted to. I thought it would be fun to try on somebody with really pale skin. So basically the idea of this color changing foundation is that it's white, like it's white in the bottle, and then when you put it onto your skin, it will color adjust to your skin tone. So it pretty much will be your perfect match. So I'm going to try that today for the first time. I haven't swatched it or anything. I just opened up the Amazon package and I'm going to try it out for you guys today. So I think I'm going to start doing a series of me trying out stuff like this, and I'm going to call it bop or flop. So is it a bop? Is it good? Is it great? Is it a flop? Does it essentially suck and not work? So that is going to be what we're doing today. We're going to find out if this product is a bop or a flop. So I already did my eyebrows because that's the first thing I do when I do my makeup, and then I carve them out with my concealer. I prime my skin with my basic everyday primers that I use so I know how they're going to perform, so I know it's not going to affect the way that this foundation works. I'm going to use a sponge on one side and a brush on the other side just to see how I like it most and to see how it's going to work for the people who don't like to use a sponge, because I don't really ever use a brush for my foundation, but sorry. So I'm going to try it out with both just to help out the people that may like it with a brush to see how it performs. So I'm going to open this bad boy up and we are going to plop it on my face and see how it works. So it says it is all day flawless coverage with a flawless finish. I don't know what kind of coverage this is supposed to have. Let me see. It's supposed to give us medium coverage. It's good for all skin types. Okay, so essentially what I'm getting from this is that it's supposed to be flawless natural coverage. It's supposed to give you medium coverage, and it's supposed to be lightweight and moisturizing. So we're going to test out all of these claims, see if they are legit or not. So popping it open, it is white in the bottle. I'm like putting it in front of my mirror instead of the camera. So it's white in the bottle. It doesn't come in a shade, it's just all one color white. It's supposed to change on your face. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pump it onto the back of my hand. Oh, it came right out. A couple pumps on the back of my hand. I don't know if those are air bubbles or like little black dots, but I'm just going to dot it on my face like I normally do and then blend it out. I'm probably putting way too much on there. I'm like horrified for this. So it's white. Okay. So from blending it, obviously my skin doesn't look like it's white, so it doesn't seem like I'm blending like white foundation. Obviously it's changing, but it doesn't look like there's anything on my face. So, and it's supposed to be medium coverage. To me, that is completely sheer coverage. So I'm going to try it before I continue on, see if it is any different with a brush, because it's kind of hard to see with a sponge how it's going to look. So I'm going to use my F1, it's not my F1, my F1 Kabuki, and blend it. So This stuff is scented, like, heavily. I don't really get bothered by scents in foundations, but if you're someone that breaks out from that stuff on your face, or you just don't get along with fragrance, this one is very highly pigmented. It smells like my grandma's perfume, which smells great, but it's very strong. Okay, so if you compare the side that I did with the sponge versus the side I did with the brush, I see absolutely no difference. Neither side looks like medium coverage. I mean, it still feels really tacky on my skin. It doesn't look like it's giving me good coverage. I mean, I don't see a drastic difference between my face and my neck. I don't think that I don't really know if it's doing anything other than like making my skin look shiny. So I'm gonna apply this to the rest of my face and then see what happens, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna try and have to build it up in certain areas, because if I put this on my forehead over where I filled in and carved out my eyebrows, I'm gonna be looking real cuckoo. I feel like I need to use a lot. So I have a lot of redness on my nose. So we'll see how that does. Alrighty. So essentially, this is doing nothing. But you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see it on camera very well, sitting on my hand, it's changing in certain areas. I don't know if that's where my finger's touching it. Let's, okay, I'm going to put the rest of this on my forehead, and then I'm going to swatch it on my hand to see if we can actually see it changing colors. What in the world? So this is what one layer over my entire face looks like with a pretty much a sponge for the most part, just because that's what I use. I might try and build it up a little bit more, but it's not covering anything. You can see still all my redness, all my freckles. It's absolutely not doing anything. I don't think this looks good at all. So let's put it on the back of my hand, and we're just gonna blend it out and see what happens. So it is turning into a skin shade. Like, it's definitely turning, I don't think that looks like my shade. I think it's a little bit more orangey than my skin tone. So blend it out. On my hand, I don't know how obvious it looks on camera, but it's just very orange. I don't think that's what my face looks like at all either. So I'm going to try and do a little bit more when blend it over what's already there with the brush. So still not doing anything. I don't think this is giving me any more coverage than there was before. Alright, so I'm going to grab a mirror, like a little eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to see how this looks. Okay, so, ooh, this is not good. Okay, so from a distance, it looks like it could be okay, but up close, it is patchy. It's making my skin look really dry, but it looks really wet. So I don't, like, it's making my skin look like flaky all over the place. It's super cakey. It's separating around my nose. This is crazy. I've never seen anything look this bad on my skin. So I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's going to focus, but if you look around this area, it's just picking up really bad. On my nose too, it's just not good. My forehead is where it's like really bad. You can kind of tell it's like separating. Go ahead and hop off camera, and I'm going to let it sit on my skin a little bit. I'm going to do my concealer and the rest of my face makeup and see how it looks when I'm done with everything. But right now, this is looking completely terrible. So okay, so I am back and my makeup is completely done. I am just going to tell you guys what I use on the rest of my face. So I just use the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer under my eyes in the shade Light Ivory as usual. I just use pretty much all my favorite products so I know how they work, so I know it's not going to affect how it looks, or if it does, then I know. So yeah, I use this concealer under my eyes, my chin, my nose, and the center of my forehead. And then I set that using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Transparent just under my eyes, and then where I put it on my T-zone with a dry beauty blender. And then for the rest of my face, I set it with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. And then I use the Too Faced Chocolate Slay Bronzer. And then I use the e.l.f. Always Cherry Blush on my cheeks, and then the ColourPop highlight. And then I just use the Tartelette and Bloom palette on my eyes, curled my lashes, and then I just use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara on my eyes, on my upper and lower lashes. I didn't put on any falsies today. And then on my lips, I just use a Revlon lip gloss in the shade Sandstorm. So that is what is on my face. So going back to the foundation. So now that I have all the products on top of it, it's set down, I used concealer. It doesn't look that bad. It still looks pretty heavy. And then the areas where I don't have any concealer over it, like down here, it still looks pretty bad. It doesn't really set down too well. The shade of it just looks really wonky. It kind of looks like orange and patchy down here a little bit. It doesn't look as bad as on camera from what I can see in the viewfinder, but over here it just doesn't look too hot. But where I put the concealer over it, it looks totally fine, not any different than it normally does, but it's a really full coverage concealer. So I think that might be it. Right above my eyebrows where I use the concealer to carve out my eyebrows, it looks a little weird and separated. Around my nose, my pores aren't emphasized too bad, but my face does still feel really tacky with everything that I put down on it. Overall, I don't think that I would wear this again. Oh. Do you want attention? She won't leave me alone, so she wants to come say hi. I'm going to have to say that this one was a flop. I am not impressed by any means. So I'm out in the living room by my window. I don't really know how well you guys can see my skin, but it does not look good. Around my chin, it's really cakey, and the center of my forehead. So I'm not really a fan of that at all. That's all for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know. I'm going to try and do these often. But alright, guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Have a good one.